Has a woman ever humiliated you? Near the end of my relationship with one of my now ex-girlfriends, we had gotten into a pretty big argument. Somewhere during a debate, she got fed up and went for my car keys to take my car and drive 3 hours to her parents. I told her that I would leave my apartment if she wanted to, but while she was absolutely raging, I wasn't going to give her the keys to my car. Firstly, she wasn't on the insurance. Secondly, it was pouring rain outside and she was in a slamming shit, red-faced kind of condition. Lastly, I told her that once she cooled off, she could take my car if she wanted. Again, I offered to leave if that's what she needed. She grabbed my keys anyways and headed for the door. I told her, without blocking the entrance or anything physical, "Look, I'll leave but you can't take my car. You're not even asking and we have no trust between each other anymore." And she walked out the door. From the doorstep, I told her, "I'm going to call the cops if you steal my car. You're not on the insurance. You don't have my permission to take my car. I'll drive you anywhere you want or have someone come get you but you can't take my car." This ex had really bad anger issues, as I'm about to describe. So, she stomps back into the apartment and shuts the door. She then begins to pull up her sleeve and shows me a huge green bruise on her arm. I immediately grew concerned for her and asked how she got it. She told me, "I got angry the other day and did it to myself. But if you call the cops on me for taking your car, I'll tell the cops that you did this." And she motioned at her bruise. I froze but my brain was on overdrive. My mother had warned me as a teenage boy that such a day may come, similar to how a parent warns a child about predators. My heart was racing and I felt absolutely terrified, imagining the police at my door and then taking me away to jail in handcuffs. I asked her, "You'd lie to the cops and say I hit you?" And she said, "Yep. If you call the cops on me for taking your car." Later, when she and I finally broke up, she was irate, throwing my stuff around, screaming, just going absolutely berserk. I called my mother and told her what was going on. And from the phone, she could hear my ex screaming her lungs out at me. I had confided to my mom a few days earlier what had happened with my ex before, and so my mother tells me urgently, "If you don't call the cops, I will." I told my mom, "Why? It's fine. She'll calm down and once she gets her stuff out, it'll be over." My mother replied, "This woman is not okay. And if she calls the cops first and makes up some story like she threatened last time, you're going to get in trouble." So, I called the police. When the two officers arrived, one went to talk to her and the other to me. After telling him that I was essentially calling them in the hopes that maybe they could help calm her down and also provide me a little security that, here I was, trying to keep things civil. Do you know what happened? The following is essentially the conversation I had outside of the apartment with the officer who had originally interviewed me. "Officer, do you have anywhere that you can go?" Me, "Not really. As you might be able to tell from my eyes, I have a viral infection. The ophthalmologist I saw yesterday told me I shouldn't be driving because of my vision." Officer, "What about a friend that can come pick you up?" Me, "All my friends are at work right now." Wait, are you kicking me out? But I called you. Did I do something wrong? Officer, "Look, just leave the apartment and let her pack her things. She said she's getting a ride in a few hours and then she'll be gone." Me, "I literally have a viral infection in my eyes right now. I can barely see and the doctor said I can't drive."